44 years ago, our Supreme Court turned away from the first of these timeless ideals. But today, 3 generations hence, because of all of you and the many thousands who stand with us in marches like this all across the nation, life is winning again in America. That's why this administration will work with the Congress to end taxpayer funding of abortion and abortion providers.
The fear of losing abortion rights and the reestablishment of Judeo-Christian values in this country has rallied the radical left like no time since the Vietnam War. Ed Meese, former U.S. Attorney General, encourages we who believe in the sanctity of life to stand together and to fight for this noble cause.
It's very important that we, in taking back America, that we reestablish the traditional Judeo-Christian doctrine and policies and foundation that has been so important and which has made our country successful over the centuries now since we were founded. People in America are sensing the danger to our culture, and that's why I think it's important that people stand together and work very hard. So I think we're in for some serious attempts at disruption of peaceful community activity.
Planned Parenthood originally was founded by a woman, Margaret Sanger, who is deceased.
I think the greatest sin in the world is bringing children into the world.
She started the Birth Control League because abortion was illegal during the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Margaret Sanger said that colored people are like weeds and they need to be exterminated. We don't want the word to get out, so let's cultivate some of their leaders. Her efforts began to expand beyond the Negro population into the Latino and other minority communities and to the underserved, the poor. And so in her thought process, there was a superior race, although we know there's only one race, the human race, one blood, Acts 17:26. She worked with the Ku Klux Klan during her lifetime. She worked with the Negro Project, a sterilization project for men and women of color. And so that work was kept secret. But blessedly, in this last decade of the 21st century, leading up now to the new presidential administration that we have, where our President Trump has reversed the Mexico City policy, saying that you don't send money, good tax dollars overseas to people who do abortions, appointing a Supreme Court justice who is pro-life, and many other such similar actions. The agenda of Planned Parenthood is racist. So I believe if we continue to enlighten the population of America regarding the sanctity of human life, that we will serve the underserved by providing abundant life for everybody.
Well, I think that people have a right to express their views on the sanctity of life and to forcefully act to promote and support officials who will act on these views. People can't give up.
As profoundly tragic as it is, no one should have been surprised by the recent revelations that Planned Parenthood is harvesting and selling the body parts of little babies. They have so repeatedly proven themselves blind to the dignity of humanity. They have always been at the forefront of the greatest human genocide in human history. And Planned Parenthood is the #1 advocate of killing more than 3,000 little unborn American babies every day. But if this Congress and the American people now also look the other way and ignore this kind of insidious evil, we do so at our moral peril. We must not let the continuous and repeated manifestations of this unspeakable evil of killing late-term pain-capable babies and selling their body parts to go unanswered. And Planned Parenthood, who for financial gain uses partial birth abortions to deliberately harvest intact body parts of innocent babies who they have deprived of the chance to even be born. Many of them cry and scream as they are killed, but because it's amniotic fluid going over the vocal cords instead of air, we can't hear them. It is the greatest human rights atrocity in the United States today. And for us to now stand by and allow it all to continue unabated while Planned Parenthood sells the body parts of these little murdered children is to desecrate everything that America was meant to be, and for those noble Americans who died to make it come to be. It is time for the Senate to pass the pain-capable Unborn Child Protection Act. Protecting little pain-capable unborn children and their mothers is not a Republican issue. It's not a Democrat issue. It is a test of our basic humanity and who we are as a human family.